All right, once again, you gotta listen to my voiceover because the microphone didn't work. So first up with these body weight exercises, I have what I'm gonna call the Bulgarian bounce. So we're gonna put one foot up on an elevated surface. For me, it's my couch. If you have a chair, if you have a bench, something like that, that's not gonna move. We're gonna take one giant step away from your raised surface. And then we're gonna elevate that back foot. Make sure it's kind of more the ankle of your foot, not your toe. Is easier for the body to do. Don't ruin your toe. Anyway, and then we're gonna go into an eccentric loading phase. So we're gonna go down and jump up. Again, trying to get as much height as you can with this bounce. Just kind of working those lower leg muscles, the ankles and the calves, strengthening those up. You'll switch and do the same thing on your other side. And then we will go right into our next exercise, which is going to be the actual Bulgarian split squat. Again, same position with that giant step away from your raised object behind you. And then making sure your back foot isn't right behind you, but in line with your back hip. We're going to lower yourself down and back up. You can do this kind of different ways. I prefer to do this where I am straight up versus where I'm showing now where I'm bent over. That leaning forward is going to hit your glutes more. The more straight up you are, we hit the quads. For me, I need to work more on my quads. So this is a eccentric quad loading exercise. So great for all those downhill running that we do on the trails. And again, making sure when you go down, your knee is not going past your toe. If it is, you maybe need to take a little bit bigger step forward. And then we're just going to go next exercise, push-ups. Hopefully you know how to do a push-up. I'll just demonstrate one where you're on your toes, hands a little bit wider than your shoulders, 45-degree, so you're not flared straight out from your shoulder, and we're not keeping those elbows right next to your side either. About 45 degrees in the middle between a T. Anyway, you can do them on the ground too, or on your knees if you need to. Next up, we have our straight leg bridges using our raised objects again. We're going to put our heels on that raised object and then slight bend in the knee, very slight bend. We're going to push through your heels and then you're going to lift your hips up off the ground, squeezing those glutes, slowly lower down. Again, with our core, belly button up and in, so our pelvic is in the right position, and then push through those heels, raise the hips up. So you should be feeling this in your hamstrings and your glutes as you go through this exercise, the straight leg bridge. And then we're still on the ground for our next one. We have the mountain climber. We're going to do this in a slow manner, really thinking about that motion. Shoulders are over our hands in a straight line. You can crisscross if you want, or you can go knee directly to your same elbow. But again, keeping that spine, that core tight, belly button up and in, trying to push that belly button up towards the ceiling to keep your core engaged throughout, and making sure those hands are over your shoulders like I demonstrate here. That way our butt isn't up in the air. And then into that mountain climber, knee to elbow. And that's what I demonstrate. Have fun!